What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Air It Out podcast. Coming to you, not live, but pre-recorded. We're going long again, but pre-recorded from Manchester Fort 819. If you don't know, get to know, money on the map and all that. Let's get into it. And guess what? This episode, we're very excited to present our first ever guest. So, Josh, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, sure. So I'm Josh. I joined Nike around 3 months ago now. Been with the team 3 months. I'm the commercial lead at Manchester Fort 819. Big up, like Adam said. But yeah, we're going to get into some collaborations today, and I'm excited.
Yes, big up. So yeah, as Josh mentioned, we're going to do some collaborations. So we've had a few conversations leading up to the pod, and we're going to talk about sort of our favourite ones from the archives. And then we're also going to put in there like a modern day one, just to keep things relevant. Anything you want to add, Liam, before we get going?
No, we've got the very important thing to start off with our guest. We've got to add to the wall.
Oh, we have got to add to the wall, and guess what? I've left it outside. Hold that for. Hold that for.
Yeah. First time doing it, got to mess it up.
Nah, I like it. I think it makes it more broad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's the best thing about it.
I mean, it's in the intro. It's
Yeah.
there's a certain tone to the podcast.
Yeah, why not? Works.
As we were saying, try again.
Yeah, so before we get going on the main topic, we've got to add to the wall.
Yes. So Josh gave us his favourite Nike athlete. So Josh, do you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure.
Going on the wall.
It kind of links into one of the collaborations that I'm going to be speaking about later on. But to me, this person, I'm a big football fan, so you might be able to guess who it is. But there's a couple of Nike football athletes. But I chose Dino, Jogo Benito, because he just put fun into football for me and made watching football just a joy. And he might not have got all the stats or anything, but he played for all the big teams and he just made everything exciting. So I chose him because I think he's a special player, a special person. So
Thank you.
Yeah,
So-
fully deserving of a prime place.
Yeah. So we'll put him on the wall here. We'll add him. Getting added to our growing wall of athletes.
Yeah, we've had ASMR segments, now we've got DIY.
yeah.
Yeah, it's all happening. It's all happening on the Air It Out pod. Okay, so who's going first?
Guest go first.
Guests go
Let's
first.
go first. Okay, cool. Well, as I said, choosing Ronaldinho, I had to choose sort of his R10 collection, which kind of started, I think it was 2005 where it first started with the R10,
Mm-hmm.
the legend that came out. And that was probably my grail football shoe when I was growing up, because I normally wore black shoes, but when that first came out, I remember just asking my mum for it, but it was too expensive. But he did so much, and the clothing as well. Like I was telling Liam before we started the podcast today, I tried to get a shirt just before the podcast started. Didn't turn up in time, but it was just, I felt like it was culturally right because they're bringing back the T90 stuff now, and a lot of that has the T90 emblem on it. And I don't know, something about it just spoke to me, and especially that football boot, the one that released in 2005, the legend. It was like all like white cream, quilted, had the World Cup stars on the back, had a tongue, which when you flipped over had the 10 in gold that you wore for Brazil. I don't know, to me it was just a special shoe, a special collaboration, because it was just also wearable, and there was so much more that came from it as well. It kind of represented how he played football. It was fun, but elegant.
Cool.
So I loved it.
So would you say that the boots were your favourite piece from the collaboration? Is that your favourite item from the entire thing?
For sure. And I think it was also the cultural relevance of it. Like, so when that shoe came out, they also did a advertisement for it, which was called Crossbar, where Ronaldinho was just on the pitch and he'd hit the crossbar every single shot he made. Like,
Is that the one where they said it was CGI?
Yeah,
It wasn't?
yeah,
Is that the
exactly.
one?
Yeah, exactly.
I remember that.
It was also the first ever video on YouTube to hit 1 million views.
Yes, I remember that as well.
So
Yeah.
I just think the cultural relevance and the cultural impact of that, along
Massive.
with the shoe being nice, like that's just perfect to me. So
Yeah.
I just remember them trying to rehash that with Stuart Downing for some
Yeah,
reason,
yeah.
where then that
It's
came
like-
out that it was completely fake.
yeah, literally, because there's been a few like that, and there were like David Beckham where he boots it and gets it on the beach in the bin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's I remember seeing that and just being like, just reminded me of like Wayne Rooney's Street Striker and stuff like that. It's just class, absolutely
PTV.
class. Yeah, exactly. Come on.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
like going viral kind of in the earlier days before going viral kind of existed. Oh, wicked. So shame we haven't got anything to show, like you said, show up in time. However, we can squeeze stuff in the future. We can always go again one day. So what we said was we'll pick 2 collabs from history and 1 modern. So that was your first. What's your second historic collab?
So this one has been, like the Ronaldinho stuff, has been discontinued. And I'm quite into fashion. Like the reason I've started doing like VM and commercial stuff is because I'm big into fashion, and I feel like this one, and my next one to be fair, but this one was quite, it links into sport as well as fashion because it's a collaboration with Undercover, and it started in 2010 called Nike Gyaksu.
Yes.
And so Gyaksu is actually, if you translate it, is running in reverse. And Fraser Cook, who kind of brought in Yun Takahashi to do the collaboration and put Gyaksu kind of on the map within Nike. He kind of wanted this high-end but innovation to the running gear that they were having.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, the stuff that they made during from 2010 to up and like it was like 2018 I think it stopped. It was just also high-end but technical in terms of the technologies they're using as well.
Yeah,
like,
makes sense.
There was a lot of dry fit. But then there was technologies that Undercover would have been using in their garments as well.
Yeah.
I just think that those two collaborations, like putting running gear with like avant-garde clothing, I don't know, it just spoke to me in a way.
It's a bit different.
Like, it's just different, like, and that's what I think a lot of collaboration should be like breaking boundaries. Not just like, hey, when like a brand just does a collaboration and let's say they just pick a shoe that sells so well and then they just put an emblem on that shoe or a logo on that shoe. I just don't see the point in that. That's not a bit of me. I prefer when a brand digs into the archives or digs into the creative aspects of it and puts them together, and it's like 2 worlds colliding almost. I just think that's where a collaboration should be for me, not just sticking a logo on something and then it's got to be innovative.
No, I agree, and the Gyaksu stuff that I've seen, like we've seen in probably the past few years, they did the Vaporfly, didn't they? In the Gyaksu, it was like a red, like a red and navy colorway, and it, you know, it's sort of like you were saying, and I definitely agree when they do a collaboration of something that has like more of a purpose to it, not just like a lifestyle shoe where we stick in a certain colorway because it sells well. I do agree, and I do enjoy when they do collabs with practical products like the Vaporfly, Alphafly, things like that. So no, that's a really good one.
That's what I think. I think just having like utility to it, to like having the running gear that it actually works, rather than just like all these brands that just put out clothing that like it will probably last like 2 or 3 months. That is made with precision and it's gonna last. And it's just like, that's why it might be a higher price point, but you pay for what you get at the end of the day with that kind of stuff. So I just think it's good.
Yeah, the couple of times we have had the stuff in, you just tell it's that bit more premium.
Yeah, and do you know what? Like, not many people probably know about it. To be honest, it's quite niche.
It's hard to come by now as well. Like I'm always going on eBay to try and find something that was from previous collections, and like people still charge a bit for it, but it's still, like I say, the quality's still there, and it was like from 15 years ago now when it started, and like even when you get the 2010 to like 2012 stuff, it's still very well made, and like I think it just speaks for itself then.
I think, and just elaborate a bit. So, who's the person you mentioned? I've not heard that name.
Who, as in Fraser Cook?
Yeah, who's that?
So he was part of the Nike creative department at the time. So say you've got your Tinker Hatfields, etc. Like he was on the apparel side of things.
Oh, okay.
So he was the one that first thought of the idea of having this sort of like more premium, high-end running gear for Nike.
Okay.
And that's when the collaboration between Undercover or Yun Takahashi, who owns Undercover and is the creative director, etc. That's how that formed.
Okay.
And like Yun Takahashi, who's the founder of Undercover, also made like a Gyakusu running like club sort of thing within Japan as well.
Right. Okay.
So and then it all spiraled from there.
I feel like did some of the shoes that released like pay homage to the running club and stuff?
Exactly. Yeah. So they have like the logos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There was like a pair, I can't remember the exact name, but it had like the crossbones and stuff like that on.
Right.
But yeah, it's such cool gear. I love it.
Cool. I think before we get to our modern stuff, should we go through ours?
For sure.
Yeah.
From the archives, you want to go first?
I mean, as I've just brought 2 in.
Okay, well,
I haven't really got archive stuff as
Go
well.
for
What
it.
got available?
go for it.
So we're open up. If you want to do your ASMR thing.
Let's, okay, ready. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so Utos.
Yep. So from my whole time working with the brand, I think the original Uto release is my favourite.
The grey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phenomenal shoe. So as soon as this popped up, I had to
Had to
try
have
and
them.
get them,
Yeah.
which didn't think I was going to.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just think he's an athlete I'm a fan of anyway.
Yeah.
But
We've
just
spoke about
his-
him a number of times,
Yeah,
haven't we?
it's been mentioned twice. It's almost become a bit along the lines of the foams and the DTs.
DTs.
But yeah, with the Uto SBs, it's just such a sort of clean and sort of elegant design that I'm sort of like they just sort of nailed it on that SB.
Yeah, I mean, straight away the quality's good in it. Like we spoke about SBs before. I like the tongue on SBs better. It's got a bit more of a like sort of puff to it, and then like these are like really nice soft nubuck, aren't they? And suede, really tough. And then the logo's really nice.
Yeah, it's sort of embossed in it. I just think this is what I was saying earlier. Like you just said about you can just feel like the premium aspect. A collaboration to me has to be more premium because if you're gonna have a higher price point, at the start, there's got to have some premium aspect to it. Like
not just a name like we said.
And you can always tell with especially Nike collaborations. I felt like the ones that I've owned anyway. I bought one that I'll speak about in my next collaboration that I'm going to speak about. It's sort of as soon as I touched it, you could feel the quality to it rather than just the standard kind of silhouette that comes with it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's always going to be good quality, but you can feel that premium aspect, and I think that's always what a collaboration should offer for sure. Yeah, I love the palette of these ones as well.
Yeah, really
it's
nice.
like nice greens as well.
Yeah, the one thing with these was it didn't get the full rollout that the first ones did, where it had the apparel line with it. These were just a standalone this year.
What do the colours represent in the collab? Do you know?
It is just matcha.
Right. Okay.
Big thing right now as well.
Yeah,
On topic.
Right. Ah, cool.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Yeah. And they've got his name on as well. If you can see, it's on 4K. You can see.
Production going big this week.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, what you got?
Yep. Yeah, I swear it's not just the Irish stereotype here with everything being green for me, but like.
It's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Oh, straight away we can see on the box there.
Yep.
So the box there has the sort of razor blade symbol.
Yeah, we've got the
And
apron
on
record
the bottom as
180s.
well.
Proper box that.
Yeah. Oh, nice ASMR there, get your single fix this week. Yep. Look at the laces.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did come with more standard ones, but as soon as I saw them, I was like, yeah.
Yeah, get them in. They're like full on like Sherpa laces, aren't they?
Yeah.
And then you can see again there. So, what's is this the logo for the
That
record
is the logo
company?
of the label, yeah.
Proper sick this. Like,
Mhm.
what? This, I mean, it's just the little details as well. Like, obviously, with different silhouettes, like Air Force Ones, etc., you've got like the little Nike logo there.
Yeah.
But having that, it's just a nice
It's
little
cool, isn't
accent on the shoe, yeah. And I've never known how I felt about stuff like this. Like, I think Nike did a collaboration with Cactus Plant Flea Market, I think.
Yes,
And they had like the
yes.
furry and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I think these actually work because of the texture of like
The shoe matches
the
the
upper.
texture.
Yeah. Whereas sometimes it can't really work, but this is just nice. I like that big 180 in a different yellow.
Yeah, the different font.
Yeah,
They did two colours in this, didn't
Yeah,
they?
there was that, and then there was like a much more exclusive red version.
Right,
Which
okay.
was like super limited. I think it was a couple of 100 pairs at most.
In production?
Yeah.
Right, okay, wow.
Yeah, it's proper, isn't
Yeah. Like you say, it's the collaboration, and then it's the quality as well, and it's
Yeah.
sort of like the uniqueness of it. Like there's that many things on that shoe that are different, like the material,
Yeah.
the lace lock at the front, the font on the tongue, the
It's like
logo
the-
on the back.
The like textured leather on the back as well. It's
Yeah.
almost like animal skin on the back. Like
Yeah.
that's just crazy. Like
There's just like layers of sort of quirkiness about
yeah,
it.
it's almost like you can pick it up and like when you watch a film and then you watch it again, you notice different things. Every time you pick the shirt,
Yeah,
probably
you
notice
see something
different.
else.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which that's what I love.
Yeah, definitely among the more out there things I've picked up, but I was just like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, yeah, I've got to do it.
Yeah. I think you've got to have stuff like that in your wardrobe. They're coming from like a fashion perspective as well. Like you've got to have those things that are just out there.
Yeah.
Like, normally I'm a plain Jane and I just wear black shoes, but when someone comes along where I'm like, oh, I could have that.
Yeah,
Go
mine's
work with it.
collection's sort of looking like a pack of Skittles at the minute.
Yeah.
All sorts.
I actually
going on.
thought you was going to bring the Kool-Aids as well.
I was like,
We've had them on before.
Yeah,
though.
we've done them for episode 1 already. It's like,
Yeah.
we can only have so many recurring bits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love them.
You know, next time someone comes up for collab product, I'll sort of have to.
Yeah. You might have something else by then.
Again, for me as well, like the bottom of that box, like I love stuff like that. Just like the little accents of just like having that logo embossed on that
Just
box.
adds to like
sick.
the uniqueness of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool box, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
fully sort of like chromed out.
Yeah.
Do you know, so just quickly before we move on, why is the logo a razor? Do you know?
I have absolutely no clue.
No?
I'll be honest, it wasn't until I actually saw them in person at Collab I knew anything about it.
Right, okay.
Yeah. What's the record label?
It is Apron Records.
Apron.
It's like a grime, jazz, hip hop
Yeah.
collective label.
Cool. I'm gonna
So the 180s, they did that full thing with quite a few independent record labels in a short space of time. Back end of last year, start of this year, where it was all collabs with that same shoe, and they all sort of had a spin on it.
Do you know anyone who's signed to that label?
I have no idea.
No.
I
Fair.
was gonna look into it to be fair. When did they release?
They
Recently,
were,
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was either back end of this year, start of end of 24, start of 25.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. So it's my go. So I brought some stuff to the party. So obviously this is the tea that I brought. Now this is not sort of an official collaboration, but this specific range that I'm going to show you is massively inspired by something that I love. And if you recognise this, so this is the t-shirt from the range that I want to talk about, and you can see on the tee. So it's the AM98, Air Max 98, but this entire thing here is inspired by Gundam, because the Gundam would normally look like this, but it would be the RX-78, which is the Gundam model from the original Gundam series in the 70s, and it actually says all-inclusive Mech Air Nike Air prototype. So it clearly takes inspiration from Gundam itself, and the original 98s, which I have here, are actually they're called the Gundam 98s. Although, like I say, it was never like this is a collaboration with like Bandai or Gundam or anything, but the shoes are called the Gundam 98s, and they are one of my favourite ever pairs of shoes. These are like 7-8 years old now, but they're still in decent nick.
Yeah.
So these are the 2018, which was the 20th anniversary of the Gundam 98s, which, like I say, is one of my favourite ever Air Max shoes, Air Max colourways. Like 95 is my favourite Air Max, but these probably take second just because of this colourway. Yeah.
You don't really see many 98s either.
No,
like the good ones as well.
They had a good spell there. It was
Yeah.
probably around this time because they released the Gundams, and then there's another OG colourway which is like a grey blue with a bit of yellow on it, which they're nice as well. I do have the Supreme 98s. They came around just before, I think 2015, 2016
something like
time.
that. Yeah.
I've still got the red ones of them, but these are just the ultimate for me.
Mhm.
I kind of want them to bring back 98s. So if anyone's watching who knows anything, give us some 98s, man. They've been in the vault for a bit now.
Yeah.
Add that to the list of our footwear demands,
Yeah. So yeah, Gundam 98s. I had to bring them because I
That
love them.
colourway is just so nice.
Yeah.
I like the little black stripes as well. Just breaks up a little bit.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, through the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I've worn these quite a bit. They're going a bit smooth on the bottom, but I do try my best to look after the stuff that I like. So yeah, that's my first one.
Such good colourway.
So Gundam 98s. You've got to mention Gundam and anime and stuff. It's pretty much all I do. And then my second collab, which has a really, really big story, and we could talk about it all day. But I don't know if any of you guys recognise these. So these are Dornbecker shoes. I'll get to what they are in a minute. But anybody watching who doesn't know, so Dornbecker is the name of the Children's Hospital in Oregon, which is just down the road from World Headquarters, and every year Nike collaborate with poorly children from the hospital, and basically they get children to design colourways of silhouettes that are very well known. So every year the Dornbecker collection releases. It's exclusive to our friends in the US over the pond, so you can't actually get them over here. I managed to get hold of them through a friend. These are quite old now, to be honest, but these are my favourite Air Max, which is the 95. And on the inside of every box it tells you the name of the young person that's designed them. So these were designed by Jacob Burris, who is 14 years old. It tells you what his diagnosis is, and it tells you what the shoe is. Yeah, and the whole thing is take a walk in my shoes. And I was like a little blurb about this young lad who's designed this colourway and sort of what it's all about.
Crazy.
So,
that's so cool. I never even knew that before.
it's one of my favourite things that Nike do. It's so up there. So, and the colourways are insane, as you can see. So this is the Dornbecker 95. I think it's the 2015 one. Yeah, this is the 2015 one. So this is 10 years old now. And as you can see, so the entire side panel here is all 3M reflective, same as the rear. So when you take a picture of these with the flash on, all this pattern here all glows up in like a black and white pattern. You can see the orange and blue throughout. This sort of digital, sort of almost like it's like a motherboard of a computer print all over with the blue at the front, orange at the back. It's got Jacob's initials on the tongue, JB, and yeah, it's got an icy sole. It's got his fingerprint on the plate at the bottom with his signature. And again, I've worn these quite a bit. I've had to put new insoles in them because I've worn them a fair bit. And to be fair, in fact, I do have I might not have them with me. Oh yeah, I do. I actually took the original insoles out because I didn't want to ruin them. But the original insoles are here. And the original insoles have got this print on them as well, which is quite cool. Yeah, and some of the most sort of well-known Dornbeckers are probably the Jordan 4s, which are like black with blue and green accents, and they have the Superman logo. They actually have Superman on the tongue. So if you've ever seen them, they're the Dornbecker 4s from about 12, 13 years ago maybe. But yeah.
How many of them like release?
They do like probably about 10 each year, and they do like a group of different silhouettes. They've done 95s twice that I know. This is one of them. The other one is like white and burgundy, like metallic. It almost looks like an American flag kind of colourway with like gold stars on it.
I've definitely seen them before, but I've never seen something like
It's
this.
my first time seeing anything in person.
Yeah.
The two fingerprints on them.
Yeah, it's almost like a dog tag on the back of fingerprints. Like there's loads of really cool details in them. Like I say, I could go all day telling about different Dornbecker shoes, but
it's just a good like initiative as well, isn't it? Like, giving the kids something to do something like that.
I'm pretty sure all profit made from Dornbecker sales goes directly to the Dornbecker Fund.
Yeah, these are crazy.
So it's such a good story. I'd love to own more, but they're just really hard to get hold of.
I think the shoes were done already, weren't they?
Yeah, earlier in the year, I think.
I think we were looking at it before
Was
the
it?
pod got going.
Yeah, was it a Jordan 12 this year?
I think it might have been, yeah.
One of my favourite ones that I'd love to have is the foam posit. They did a foam posit Dornbecker, which is, I'm mentioning foam posits because we have to every episode. But yeah, I would love a pair of the foams. Are you getting them up?
If it exists yet.
Yeah, it does. Oh no, that's the 2024 one, which is the 20-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Also, they've done the DNs, Jordan 6s, Air Max 180s. Are they Sanders?
Yeah, they are.
Wow, they're cool. So yeah, check out Dornbecker if you're watching and you've never heard of it or don't know about it. There's some really cool colourways been released through the years. Okay, so that's it for my archives. So, should we go modern day?
Yeah.
Josh, what you got?
Back to me. Okay, cool. So the next one is sort of special to me because I own, I'd say, a lot of collaborations from Nike that are done with this brand. I probably own them, but just because it's probably my favourite sort of clothing brand or fashion house sort of thing anyway, and it's Comme des Garçons. I personally, the collaborations with Nike are important to me because they go into the archive and bring out stuff which you haven't seen for so long, and they'll actually make it better.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like a lot of brands will do collaborations, get something from an archive, and like I said earlier, stick a logo on it, and it'll be like, oh great. And I kind of enjoy. Some people don't like it, but some people do, like me, enjoy the strategy that Nike do. It's like bringing something back from the archive, doing a collaboration, and then re-releasing it like later on.
Yeah.
Like the one that I want to talk about that's coming out in 2026 that I've already seen is the Air Max Dolce, which is firstly released in 2002. And like I said to Adam earlier, it was sort of like Nike's response to Hush Puppies. So it's sort of like, Leo, if you'll get it up now, it's sort of like it looks like a smart shoe, but then it's got sort of the bubble at the back. And I think they're going to be so cool. Like, I think they're
So,
really
are they on about bringing these back?
So they've got a full black version, a black and white version. I think there's another colorway as well.
Okay.
And similar to like Comme des Garçons and Nike did the Sunders when they came out with the Sunders maybe 2-3 years ago now, and then Sunders re-released and they just popped off.
Yeah.
Like we were saying earlier, like Complex's shoe of the year or whatever it was, the list that
It was
from
on
last
the
year.
podium.
It was like it was on like number 2 or something.
Yeah.
Like, it was what was it? The Kids of Immigrants one that
Yes.
Yeah, that was
came up.
3,
Yeah.
and then the Jordans were 2.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
like, I think with Comme des Garçons, because they look so deeply into the innovation of a shoe and like what it actually looks like and what it feels like, it's always going to help with the progression of the strategy of re-releasing it later on. Like, I can see the Dolce, if they re-release it later on after the collaborations come out, it'll probably fly out. Same with the Sunders. And I've actually just picked up my most recent pickup, which I wish I would have brought here, but I wasn't home yesterday, was the Air Max 96s that came out. I think they're so underrated. Like, the leather on them are so good.
96 is what inspired the DNA.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that
and
shit.
like the DNA, has the DNA just come out with Cavempt as well? I think Cavempt are just doing one as well.
Oh, okay.
And that'll probably start to fly out as well. Like, we've got a few DNAs, haven't we? So we've had a few over the past like month or two. So, but yeah, I just think Comme des Garçons, for me, it's just special because of the innovation of it. And I've mentioned that a few times, but the innovation and how it helps Nike, like, I think collaboration has to be this thing where it helps both brands out.
Yeah.
And like has that aspect of uniqueness to it, which that's why it's special to me for sure.
Sick. Yeah, so Comme des Garçons is, I mean, how many times have they collabed with Nike?
Oh, it's a few now. Like, what the pairs that I own. Another pair that I absolutely love is the 95s.
Yeah.
The 95s, they had 3 different colorways where they almost had like, it's almost like the fraying of material on the sides.
Yeah.
And I've got the black and almost greyish pair that was like a gradient pair.
Yeah.
But they've done so many now. Like, I'd hazard a guess at maybe 15 plus.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say so.
I'm trying to think of like CDG stuff because I can remember. Did they do a big coat once?
Yeah,
I can see a big coat, and it's always like, I don't know if it's just me what I've seen, but I feel like the stuff's always like dark and like black,
so
monotone stuff.
So the creative director or the founder of Comme des Garçons is called Reika Kubo, and she was part of like this almost tribe in Japan, which is called like the Karasu tribe, which is like the Crow tribe, and they'd all dress in black.
Right.
Like they'd all dress in black like throughout the 80s.
Right.
And it's almost like their response to like punk that was over here and over in America, etc. And I kind of, like I say, I'm normally an all black shoe wearer because I normally dress in all black anyway. Like, so I like how sleek it can be and stuff like that, which is why the Dolces that are coming out, they're all like patent leather, all black. Like, they just speak to me so much. I can see myself wearing them already. Like, it's frustrating because I want them to come out now. Like, I can't wait until January 2026. But again, like, I'm just excited, not even just for the collaboration, I'm excited for how Nike do their thing of re-releasing it later on, which I hope they do, because I just think it's always nice to have something back from the archives. I think nostalgia to me is so important.
Yeah.
Like, I think nostalgia is one of these feelings, or it's almost like a drug
Makes you
for
feel
some
young
people.
again, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like, because anything nostalgic is going to speak to everyone.
Yeah.
Like
Or at
everybody
least
has their
someone.
different things.
Yeah.
Like the other day, me and my friends were just talking about like different CBBC shows, and just like somebody mentions one, everybody's mind just gets blown. Everybody's mind's blown. And
we speak about collabs all the time, and like we talk about like nostalgia, and I think we always say about, like, for example, we'll touch on like the Undefeateds that are coming out again this year.
Yeah.
Like, you know, that they came out 21 years ago, 2004, the original, and like that is like what a lot of people would consider the grail of sort of, you know, shoes to them. And like the fact that they're re-releasing it is sort of like, it's kind of bittersweet, because part of it is great because people who missed out on them the first time get like another opportunity to get them, but then the people that have got them the first time sort of like, oh well, I've got this shoe that is like one of the ultimate shoes to have. We've probably had this conversation on the pod before, but like what we were saying is like what I think is the best answer is what they did with the Atmos stuff.
Okay.
So I was gonna bring the Atmos 95s, the Safari ones. But what they did was, so they had an original release. So the Atmos 95s originally released in like, was it 2000, mid 2000s somewhere anyway, and they were completely like pony hair, and then they re-released them in like 2015, 16ish, 10 years ago-ish. They re-released them, but the upper on the 95, the last colour before the laces, on the original pair was white, and then on the re-release they made it black. So if you've got the original pair,
you can tell
it's still the original. And I kind of think I like that they're redoing stuff, but just give it like a little tweak. Another example is the Galaxy foams that we had. So the original Galaxy foams from like 2012 are like all purple pretty much, with like the stars and stuff on them, but then the re-release earlier this year, it had like this sort of like almost like a red sort of section on the pattern of the Galaxy, and they look slightly different, and I think it's great to re-release stuff that people really wanted, but I think you've got to just give it something a little bit different so it doesn't harm the original.
It's just a small tweak, I think.
Can
always make the biggest difference, which is what's most important, I think.
And that sort of wins with both parties, because people are getting a shoe that is nostalgic to them, but also something that's kind of new
and it's brand new,
pays homage to the original. I don't know, I think it's a tricky one. I don't know what they're doing with the Undefeated. I don't know if they're exactly the same, or if there is like a minor tweak somewhere.
I've not seen anything on that.
I've not looked that much into it, so it'd be interesting to see if anyone we know or any of us get hold of a pair, if possible.
I'm guessing that's going to be a tough one.
We were saying, weren't they, like they were exclusive to get hold of through.
There was the Undefeated website in the US, or there was, I think it was an LA pop-up store where you had to just turn up on the day. And that's the only ways I've seen it.
That's how they did the original ones though, wasn't it? You had to buy something to then gain the right to have access to buy them, and it was sort of like jumping through hoops, which I think is how it should be. Because then if you want them, you're going out of your way to get them. 100%.
No, just like about 10 different accounts and just hoping.
Just hoping on sneakers app or whatever. No, we'll see. So what have you got? What's your modern collab?
Current one is one we actually have in store and I sort of forgot to bring up.
Okay.
Which is the Workset 95s.
Oh, okay, yeah, sick.
That really wanted them as soon as I saw them in person. Couldn't get my size.
No.
But I think the next colourway dropping of them is fantastic.
The grey?
It's sort of the greyish blue.
Yeah, really nice. But I mean, the first time we saw them, it was like, whoa, what are these? Have you seen them?
They get so much attention when they're in here as well. It's just that I don't think anybody's taken a punt on them yet. The ones that we've got in here. That colourway looks nice, what you were just mentioning as well.
They did a black one, didn't they? Was there a black?
The black was the Korean exclusive. And then, we got the green. And then the next one's this bluish grey colourway.
You'll try for them.
For sure. It's like, you see them lined up against a 95, and like you said about just like separating it and advancing something, that you just line them up side by side, and it's so different to a 95, but still looks like a 95.
Is it a big bubble or no?
No, I don't
No, I don't think
so.
it is. I remember comparing them to another pair of 95s down there.
I like the way, do you know the heel on the 95? It's like been smeared around the side of the shoe,
Yeah.
almost like offset. And I love the big swoosh on the side, like you said, it's like its own shoe, but like it looks like from a distance it looks like a 95, but when you get up into the nitty gritty of
You
it,
said, there's something just different and quirky about it,
Yeah.
where it's like just sort of off-centre enough where you're like, yeah.
I think 95's a perfect silhouette to do stuff like that with as well. Like you can
Yeah.
change so much about the shoe, but still make it look
like what
a
it is.
95. Yeah,
But
it's
yeah,
so special. To
it's just
everyone.
one of them as well, where it's like it's taken something I'm very familiar with
Mhm.
and mixed it with something I can now look into and be like, oh, well,
Yeah.
what's the story with this? Like, where's this come from? What's
Yeah.
the inspiration behind it? Introduces you just something completely different.
Yeah.
I mean, not an expert on Korean streetwear.
Mhm.
Got to know a little bit of it
Yeah.
through that.
yeah,
And I think that's the big thing. What I was saying earlier about collaborations, like it takes you into a different realm of what like you may have never heard of them before. Like the kids of immigrants, let's say, like that colorway pops so much. Both of the colorways, the purple and the orange one, they pop so much that you kind of have to go and look into the brand. Like why
Why is
these
it
two
like that?
colorways, like stuff like that. I just think it's interesting. It's important.
Yeah. So what else you got?
so do you know what's really funny? We're all on about 95s,
Yeah.
so
You haven't got an early release pair of the Yu-Gi-Ohs, have you?
No, that shit.
Yay.
this is my current collab. It's not out yet. I might have mentioned it once or twice before. However, I need this shoe, which we already know. So if you can't see, this is Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh, and he's actually wearing them. The pop's actually wearing them, you know. Yeah, can you see?
Nice.
So the pop's wearing the Air Max muscles. And like I preach on, I mean, I go on about anime all the time. I love manga and anime. That's my thing. Everyone's got their thing. I like kicks and I like watching anime and stuff. And like when I first seen that Nike were collaborating with Yu-Gi-Oh, I did not care what it was. I was buying it because yeah, they did like marketing genius or whatever they did for me anyway. Just doing that collab, just everything for me. And then when I found out it was a 95, it was like, whoa,
Yeah.
I double need this shoe.
Perfect.
Yeah, just take my money. So yeah, the Joey Wheeler Air Max
Are
muscles.
they blue? What are the ones
There's-
you're wearing?
The ones, so obviously these are not like the official Nike ones, but that's pretty much what they look like
Yeah,
on
I
the
think I saw a
picture.
post about. Well, I saw like a screenshot from when he's wearing them in the actual
Yes,
shirt,
yes.
and like yeah, they look be so cool, don't they?
And like since we've spoke about them on the pod, a lot more like official pictures have released of them. And so in the anime when he wears them, it's an Air Max 95 silhouette, but it has one air unit in the forefoot. And what they've done is, which is really good, they've blacked out the frontmost air unit, and the next one is the neon
Nice,
air
yeah,
unit,
yeah.
and then they've put like do you know, like in manga you get like that 2D effect. You can see it on figures that you buy. They've put like almost the cell shading on the air units. And then yeah, just everything about them. I just need them. You will see them on this pod at one point because I will have that shoe. If my life depends on it, I'm having them.
It'll just get an episode of its own, won't it?
Yeah, we'll do half an hour just looking at them in awe. And the box. Have you seen the box?
This is what I was about to say. I was like, what does the box look like? Because I haven't seen the box. I've just seen the screenshots of like.
Right. So the box is green. We've got a theme of green this episode. So the box is green. And the current picture of the box is sort of like this angle, and the top of the box is clear, like a clear sort of perspex, and in the middle of the box lid is a little slot with a Yu-Gi-Oh card in it with the Air Max 95 on, and then on the box, so wrapping around here is Joey Wheeler with his most popular card, which is the Red Eyes Black Dragon next to it. And then we've literally this morning we've seen the apparel collection from it, which has the dragon on the back with the Nike swoosh next to it.
Flying,
And then on the front it's got some Japanese kanji on it, and then it's got the swoosh on the front. It is so sick.
Yeah.
It is the best collab I've seen in a long time.
Is it just like with the apparel? Is it just t-shirts or is there?
So there's 3 colourways of tees,
Yeah.
and there's a varsity
Okay.
jacket with sort of like little bits and bobs on it. And
Yeah, it's
in
like the high school jacket with the, like, is it Domo City or?
the place where they're from in it. Yeah, I can't remember now, but.
And then it's got like a couple of other patches and bits and stuff on it. So again, it's a little more out there in the tees, but again, probably going to go very quickly.
Joe, it's cool as well. We can add Joey to the collection.
Yeah.
Because Joe is officially now a Nike member of Pops.
I was going to say, if you were about to put him on par with Deion Sanders and MJ.
Oh, here we go. So yeah, that's it. It's got to be the Yu-Gi-Ohs for me.
Yeah.
And that brings us to the end. So what have we got? So for the watchers and Josh, so at the end of every episode, what we do is we round up. So we call it the Clock Kick segment. So we've clocked famous people wearing Nike kicks, and no matter what they are, we get them on. Last week we had Camila Cabello in a pair of LD 1000s.
Yeah, this is what the
hood
was about.
So
just about that.
I get it.
So first one, we'll put it on the screen now.
You got Caitlin Clark in a pair of P6000s.
Nice.
Big shoe.
Nice. What colourway are they? Silver?
It's the silver, yeah. It's one of
Nice.
the more base colours.
Yeah. Works though.
Yeah.
Works though. So yeah, P6000 massively on trend at the minute. Get asked for them all the time. Good shoe.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a normal day without somebody asking how many P6000s we got in.
Which we have pretty
Yeah, it's
much.
not even have we got any, it's how many have you got back
Yeah,
there?
exactly. Yeah. Any size gets sent down.
Yeah.
Okay, so Caitlin Clark P6000 and Clock Kicks number 2 on your screen now.
Friend of the show.
Yeah, where is it? Spike, he's here. Spike's here. What's he in?
Wearing a shoe that I had never heard of before.
This is the one you showed me the other day, innit?
Yeah, repping, I believe they're over 20 years old.
Yeah.
All white Jordan 23 Classics.
Yeah. And they've got like the sort of all white, aren't they, with a Jordan free sole. And then like when you show them, I couldn't think of the name straight away. But like around this time when they were probably brought out, all like Nike started doing a lot of sort of like lifestyle looking shoes. Because I remember I had a pair of it was the LeBron 10, and they were called like the LeBron 10. It might have been called LS for lifestyle, something dead straightforward like that. And they were like, the upper was like the silhouette of that, and they had like a vulcanized sole, like a Janoski sole on them, really quirky. And I feel like that they were sort of from that same kind of vibe, like a lifestyle version of what was a performance shoe. So yeah, really cool.
And go for the third this week.
We'll squeeze another one in. So Clock Kicks number 3 on your screen then now.
Keeping it on trend with the collab thing.
Yes.
And about the 5th time in 8 episodes we brought wrestling into
Oh yeah.
We've got AEW wrestler Kenny Omega in some undefeated dogs.
Nice. Blue and purple. Imagine wrestling in them. Like they must have been hard to get hold of.
Yeah. And you're probably
And
going to
he's
wreck them.
trashing him in the ring.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Love that. Yeah, wear your kicks, as they say. Wear your
for
kicks.
sure.
Yeah.
Love that. Okay, that kind of wraps us up for episode
I think it's
8.
Yeah.
Ultra 8, episode 8. So yeah, thank you so much, Josh, for guesting. Hopefully we'll get more guests in the future. If you want to be featured, you want to come and guest and talk to us about anything Nike related, reach out. We'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.